여러분 반갑습니다. I'm Kwon So-hwa and this is K-Culture Dive. Join us in taking a deep dive into the heart of Korean culture, from K-entertainment to AI news. And in our K-Trend Dive segment, we delve into K-pop idol makeovers. So without further ado, let's dive in. And joining me on today's show is my co-host Bella Kim. Hello, Bella.
Hi, Soa, and hello to everyone joining us today on K-Culture Dive. I'm Bella Kim, back again to co-host and fill you all in with some exciting K-entertainment news, especially focused on K-pop boy groups today.
All right, so Bella, last week you reported on BIGBANG at Coachella.
Right.
But they said that this is just the beginning, so you've got some updates on their future activities.
For sure. So BIGBANG are back. The group announced a brand new album during its second performance at the Coachella Valley Music and Arts Festival in California last Sunday. G-Dragon revealed that they have completed all preparations for their new album and that they will begin a world tour starting this August. This is BIGBANG's first full group release in about 4 years since Still Life in 2022 and their first concert tour in 9 years. G-Dragon described this new chapter as a restart, emphasizing that the group will continue, while Taeyang expressed heartfelt gratitude to their fans for their long-standing support. BIGBANG are celebrating their 20th anniversary this year as well, so it's an extra meaningful year for the group and also the fans.
It sure is. And our next story is on a relatively rookie group compared to BIGBANG. I would actually say they are babies compared to BIGBANG. So who are we talking about?
We're talking about Cortis. The group kicked off their comeback with a pre-release track, Red Red, released yesterday, Monday, across major music platforms. The track serves as a preview for their second mini-album, Green Green, scheduled to be released on May 4th. Red Red is a song that reflects the group's philosophy, green symbolizing contrasting values and red as elements they caution against. The song features experimental sounds built on raw electronic elements and repetitive beats.
And Bella, I heard what's notable is that all members were involved in making this album.
Right, so all members have not only participated in writing and composing this song, but also helped with the choreography and visual concepts as well, highlighting their growing creative involvement. And the pre-orders of Green Green have already surpassed 2.02 million copies, raising expectations for the group to become a double million seller for the second consecutive time following their debut album, Color Outside the Lines.
I think this title really says it all.
Cortis
is a group that really doesn't want to fit into one K-pop mold, and that is their strength.
Yes.
But Bella, we're gonna wrap up with another boy group, and they again have a very different color, right?
Yes, definitely. Tomorrow by Together are seeing strong responses across Japan, Korea, and global platforms. Let's first take a look at Japanese music charts. According to Oricon's latest charts, TXT's 8th mini-album, 7th Year, A Moment of Stillness in the Thorns, ranked #1 on the daily album ranking, reclaiming the top spot after its initial release. The title track, Stick With You, has maintained the #1 position on the Line Music's daily song chart for 4 consecutive days.
And how is the song doing here in Korea?
Yes, the song's doing great in Korea as well. Stick With You topped the Bug's daily chart for 5 days and successfully entered Melon's top 100. The music video is also showing a great performance on YouTube. It surpassed 10 million views within 2 days of its release, reached 20 million views in just 4 days, and now at 26 million mark, demonstrating the group's strong global reach.
It's great to see them doing so good domestically as well as abroad. Thank you very much, Bella, for those updates.
Yes, I'll stick around.
And now it's time to go over to our AI anchor, Arang, for more on the culture front. Arang.
Thanks, Swa. Here's your AI guide to the latest cultural headlines from Korea. Let's begin with our top story. South Korea and India are moving to deepen cooperation in the film industry. Culture Minister Cho Hyung, accompanying President Lee Jae-myung on a state visit to India, is set to meet leading figures from India's film sector in New Delhi on Tuesday to discuss ways to expand bilateral exchange. The meeting will be attended by Korea Film Council Vice Chairman Yang Yun-ho, Flix Oven CEO Lee Ho-jin, and others. who will explore practical avenues for collaboration with their Indian counterparts. A signing ceremony will also be held for a Korea-India co-production tentatively titled Amor. The film will be jointly produced by Korea's Flix Oven and India's Studio Shakti, with filming scheduled to begin in September. Prime Minister Kim Min-seok called for a greater role for Buddhism as a pillar of K-culture, saying it can help care for people's hearts in the age of artificial intelligence. Speaking at a ceremony held ahead of Buddha's birthday, Kim said the government would give special attention and support to the effort. He stressed that what's needed in an era marked by war is the Buddha's teachings, expressing hope that Korean Buddhism would help guide efforts toward peace and unity through a spirit of harmony and integration. South Korean experts will join a 5-year effort to help preserve Machu Picchu, a key site of the Inca civilization. The Korea Heritage Service has signed an MOU with Peru's Culture Ministry for an official development assistance project to strengthen conservation and site management. Under the project, Korean experts will create a high-precision 3D digital record of the site and develop a system to analyze and monitor its preservation environment. Designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1983, Machu Picchu draws about 1.5 million visitors annually but faces growing risk from natural disasters and climate change. That's all from me. Turning now to a quick look at more K-culture stories making headlines today.
A special exhibition showcasing the past century of Korean painting is currently on view at the Daegu Art Museum. Bringing together works by 83 artists, it presents a sweeping overview of how Korean art has evolved over time. Cha Yun-kyung has more.
While the brushwork follows traditional landscape techniques, the vibrant colors and crooked buildings evoke the charm of Joseon Dynasty folk paintings. Despite the exaggerated and distorted forms, the scenery remains natural, exuding a sense of wit and humor. This monumental landscape is composed of hundreds of individual ink wash paintings, each capturing the subtle nuances of different seasons, times, and weather. These works are part of a special exhibition at the Daegu Art Museum, celebrating its 15th anniversary. Under the theme 서화무진, when the brush moves, the world continues, the exhibition spans a century of art from the 1920s to the present day.
The exhibition features not only works by renowned masters, but also young artists specializing in Korean painting with modern reinterpretations.
Bringing together about 200 works, including paintings, installations, and videos, the collection spans a wide spectrum from established figures to emerging talents. Curated with great effort by sourcing pieces from various museums, galleries, and private collectors, the exhibition is meticulously organized into 2 parts to showcase the diverse charms of Korean art.
We hope that this exhibition breaks the stereotypes of Korean painting, that it is simply dated, tedious, or stuck in the past.
Offering a comprehensive look at the evolution of Korean art over the last century, the exhibition runs until June 14th in galleries 1, 2, and 3 of Hall at the Daegu Art Museum. Cha Yun-kyung, Arirang News.
When you think of Korean food, bulgogi or bibimbap might come to mind. But there's a new favorite among foreign visitors. One that surged 44% according to the Korea Tourism Data Lab. Forget the usual tourist picks. Today, we're diving into Gamjatang, the hearty dish Koreans turn to for real comfort. The roots of this dish trace back to Incheon in the late 1890s. It started as a hearty energy booster for railway laborers. But wait, if pork backbone is the star ingredient, why is it called Gamjatang, which means potato stew? There are 2 popular theories. One is that a part of the bone was once nicknamed gamja. The other is that hearty chunks of potatoes were added to stretch the dish when meat was scarce. Either way, it's a flavorful bit of history behind every bowl. The magic of Gamjatang is all about balance. Pork backbones are simmered to create a deep, rich broth, while tender potatoes soak up every bit of flavor. Ugozi, or dried cabbage leaves, add depth and texture. And to finish, crushed perilla seeds and fresh perilla leaves bring a nutty, aromatic kick that ties it all together. Gamjatang is more than just a meal. It's a dish meant to be shared. One bubbling pot at the center of the table brings everyone together. Now it's your turn to see why so many visitors are choosing it over the usual picks. On your next trip to Korea, grab some friends and dig into the real local favorite.
The number of foreign tourists to Korea in the first quarter of the year reached an all-time high of 4.76 million, up 23% from the same period last year. Now, Bella, have you noticed more travelers, foreign travelers around you these days?
Oh, yes. And I feel like BTS's comeback may have contributed to the increase as well.
Could be, especially in the last month or so.
Right.
But really, I do feel that K-pop is actually reshaping the whole tourism industry in Korea. And there's even a Korean term that's called K-pop tourism, or actually English term, K-pop tourism. But that means that fans try to create their own K-pop experience while they're here.
I heard about that as well. So basically, tourists come here and get their own K-pop idol makeup and also take profile pictures as well.
Right. So why don't we experience the K-pop tourism trend with our trend diver Konu, who is back in the studio today. Hello, Konu.
Hi,
Welcome
Konu.
back.
안녕, divers. It's your favorite trend diver, Kon. Ooh, on duty.
Okay, Konu. Wow, you're looking fabulous today. Wow, can we actually start with a little introduction of what you're wearing today?
Well, I'm rocking a very stylish K-pop idol-looking design clothes right here, and this is one and only clothes there is in the world.
Wow.
So it's such a great honor to rock this outfit with me. And how do I look, guys? Divers, tell me how I look.
You look fantastic.
That's what I was. All right, way to go.
I also love your necklace, I have to say. It has
yeah.
a smiley, if I'm seeing correct.
That is right. That is my favorite character right there. You know, smile face. So I try to smile. So I sometimes wear this. And today I wanted to little represent a K-pop idol style. So I'm dressed up like this. I don't really dress up like this often, but how do I look?
You should dress like this on a daily basis, Konu.
Daily basis?
Yeah.
All right, way to go. I can give it a try.
All right, so let's start with our topic today. So it seems like these days many people are trying out these hands-on experience of K-pop idol experience. So could you tell us a little bit more about this trend right now?
That is a really good point right there, because the tourism in Korea right now used to focus on specific tourist sites or attractions in the past. However, traveling in Korea today right now transformed into a totally different, which is very selective, very experiential style that visitors can directly experience and enjoy what they love. So, for your own information, I can give you this, that 19 million foreign tourists visited Korea last year alone. That is a lot of numbers, and it is predicted that there will be more people coming into Korea. And if you think about it, 19 million is a big number right there. And just like I said, it used to be focused on attractions, like specific sites or specific programs, and now it's really about actually giving it a try for what they like. And people coming to Korea these days are very into this. And can you guys guess what it is? Can anybody know what it is?
What is it?
K-pop
It's K-pop.
experience?
That is right. K-pop is a key right here. So a lot of people, majority of people come to Korea for K-pop. But the thing is, all the K-popers, all the K-pop fans come to Korea for a lot of events. But this one will ring you a bell, because there is an event called 2026 Seoul Spring Festival is currently being held in Hangang right now. And there's a little kick in this event is that there is a little specific experiential booth where you can give it a try of K-pop idol makeup and also their costume design, K-pop idol design costume, and at the same time you can make your own photo cards. Can you believe that?
Wow.
That is crazy. Not many people get to do this. So, I didn't get to actually visit this festival, unfortunately, but I was passing by and I saw huge number of people, so I could definitely feel the popularity going on around this, the booth and also the festival.
Wow.
But you know, you might think that this is only for K-pop fans, but it ain't.
Yes,
It's for anyone, anyone walking by could try it out.
I
That is
know.
right.
So speaking of who experiences this kind of trends, who would you say typically takes part in these experiences? Is it usually K-pop fans, or are just normal, regular tourists also take part in this experience?
Well, that is a sharp point right there. Well, the majority of people who's actually visiting this event are like, yeah, of course they're K-pop fans. But the thing is, there are so much more than just K-pop. There is actually drone light shows, and there's also K-food market. There's a whole bunch of performances and stages that, you know, people just walking by, because Hangang is representative tourist sites for all the people. They're just walking by, they randomly see this event, and they just, you know, stop and watching, they fall in love with K-pop. It's kind of hard not to fall in love with it, you know that. And, you know, there is one more interesting part is that, you know, like a lot of people who actually live in Korea visit this place. Can you believe that? Even Korean visit this place and try to have this experiential program booth, because not so many people get to have a chance to give it a try of K-pop idol makeup or their costume or making a photo cards. I mean, this is insane, you know? Have you ever tried it? Have you ever tried it?
Not exactly that, but we'll get to that later. I have tried something similar.
Right, I'm very excited.
Tell us, how authentic really is this experience?
Well, you know, like K-pop idol thing, and you know, if you think about like not only K-pop but also whole K-culture and also people here in Korea, you can't just say that Korean people are very meticulous and they're very detail-oriented. You can say that, right? So this is definitely beyond our imagination. You can actually make a reservation before you actually come into Korea and just let them know what kind of makeup style or what kind of K-pop idol you want to be like, and then they actually book exactly same makeup shop that those K-pop idols go to, so you can actually get all these services by the people who actually does the same thing for their favorite K-pop idols. And also, there are so many other things they can possibly try, and we'll talk about it later.
Right. Now, beyond makeup, the other things that you can try is, for instance, you can learn choreographies, record your own songs, and even make music videos. So tell us more about these really live like an idol for a day experience.
You know, well, you have to say that Korean people, they are just, you know, beyond your imagination, because they are amazing how they can actually keep up with all this Hallyu and K-culture spreading all around the world, because, you know, not only just dressing up like K-pop idol and just, you know, getting all this makeup and hairstyles, but also living like a K-pop idol in daily basis is the next step, I can tell you. And, you know, well, speaking of which, well, you can actually learn, just like you said, choreographies, and you can actually record music, and also you can do this. This is a highlight. This is a key right here, and I'm sure you've heard of it. There is a something called Gcam, which is kind of like a fan cam. I'm sure that if you're a K-pop fan, you are very familiar with this. Like, you can actually go to the set, and you can film everything. Like, you can film you singing, dancing, and also what's interesting about this is that you can actually share this experience on your social media, and you know, you can get all this attention just like K-pop idol. You're actually not only just trying K-pop idols daily basis, but also you're actually trying out to be K-pop idol among your followers or your subscribers. So people asking you like, wow, I love your outfit. I love the way you dance. I love the way you sing. And where did you get this? Where can I do this too? I love it. So this is not only just consuming time, energy, and money and just coming to Korea, but also you're actually having fun of it. So I like to call it consumer, which is a new term. You know, you're having fun, and you at the same time you actually consume I mean, there's no point of not doing this. What do you think?
Wow, how more authentic can it become?
I know,
Exactly.
it sounds very interesting and definitely fun, as you've mentioned. So we did talk about K-pop idol style makeup, and I heard you actually have tried idol style makeup. So please tell us how it was.
Well, you know, I was a K-pop idol trainee, former K-pop idol trainee, and to be honest, I hope my makeup artist is not watching this, but I've tried many makeup shops, to be honest, and the makeup artists that I have worked with, they actually are currently working with a BTS, IVE, and 101, all the big names right here. And as a beauty content creator and a consumer myself, I'm going to share this priceless tips with y'all, only with y'all divers, okay? Well, here's the thing. First, you have to know what you exactly want. If you don't know what you want, you can't get what you want. So you have to make sure the concept and the style of makeup you want to get. That's the first step right there. And second is that there could be difference. You should understand that there should be gray area, there should be compromising zone, because I know that you want to look like K-pop idol, but I mean, like, no offense, but we can't be never them. We can't just be like them, but we cannot replicate them. So what I'm saying is that we have a different skin tones and different face features. So you have to understand that there could be slight differences. So you can even make it better with a little modified makeup. So you have to make sure those two things before you actually try this. Make sure of that.
I love the photos that we just saw, especially with the flowery background as well.
That is right. Well, speaking of those idol photo shoot, I'm sure that you've done it before. Tell us about it.
Yes, actually, I have tried it myself as well. It was more about the photo shoot rather than the makeup, because I already had my makeup done. I think we can see one of the photos here right now on the screen.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
I went to a photo studio that's run by a friend of mine, and I was just going to take a regular profile photo with regular clothing, but then she suggested I try out their idol concept, and as you can see in the photos, I transformed into, can you guys guess which idol concept this is? Oh my, that was a scene from my behind the scenes
over there.
Well, I have so many questions for you.
Okay.
Like, when is your debut? That's my first question. And second question.
For sure.
I know,
Your
right?
debut has to be here, you know
Right,
that, right?
right.
Okay, we'll think about the details later, but I was trying to represent, I guess that
IVE.
was, yes.
It was IVE.
Isn't it?
And which
Was it-
member?
장원영.
Yeah.
Of course, 장원영. 장원영 is like icon, right?
Good job, guys. Okay, but let's continue. Oh, I think I'm getting red right now.
She's turning red.
You,
Someone's turning red.
you
But someone's
told
gonna have a
us.
debut.
So, Gonu, you were a former idol trainee. Okay, let's move on here. What defines the K-idol style? And also, compared to the past, do you think there's been some evolution regarding idol style?
Evolution. That's a smart way to choose a term right there. You know, when it comes to K-pop, K-pop is now leading the golden age of popular culture around the world, right? Everybody agrees? So I believe that glamorous and trendy K-pop idol style represents the era that we live in. So it's got to be glamorous, trendy, flashy sometimes. So the thing is, check this out. So, well, there's a little key, something you gotta pay attention to, that there is a advancement of technology, because we're living in 2026, and when it comes to K-pop, it's inevitable to talk about K-beauty too, because makeup, style, hairstyle, costume, everything, it starts from makeup. So K-beauty becomes world-class with its quality, technology, and potential, and I think that when certain industry constantly grow, diversity eventually emerge at the same time. So I believe that not only K-pop idol style, but also a diverse style of makeup also emerge. So, and what's funny is that I can see that certain makeup was only the mainstream in the past, but now, like, all this various makeup style is being respected. Either idol style, either, any other style is being respected, and it's just gets me goosebumps to see how this diversity emerge.
Okay, Konu, we have time for one more question. What would you say would be the key signature touch to idol makeup?
Well, that's a good question right there. Well, as you see my face, if you can take a look very close at my face, you can see a cute little blush on my cheek. That's a little point right there. And like I said, K-pop idol makeup, K-pop idol style, everything, it's all about trendy, it's about glamorous, it's all about flashy. So you have to exaggerate it a little bit, and so you got to make sure to have highlighted around your eyes, and you can possibly add pearls or beads sometimes, and also make sure to do very strong shading on your jaw to make sure to have defined facial contour, and also very red and freshy and refreshing color of lip balm. That way you can look very fresh and very K-pop idol-like.
Okay, well, okay, just this is a good example, everyone.
That's right.
Thank you very much, Konu, for all of those tips and the trends we're looking forward to next time. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Anna.
you.
And thank you, Bella, as always. We're going to see you back later this week.
Yes, I'll see you back very soon.
Thanks for watching and your interest in everything K-culture. Please tune in again tomorrow, 2 p.m. Korea time. Keep diving.